we are fundamentally connected.
Yes.
So for example, when you think in terms of, well, what makes a person? And that question is complex, but you could say, well, it's my awareness. I have this sense of a self. I'm aware. Here I am. I have a self. I have a body. But then not only that, I'm aware of you and I'm aware of this room. So if I remove all of these things, then what am I? I kind of cease to be. My existence is predicated by relationships, in fact, people think they live in their bodies, but maybe it would be more apt to say we live in our connections to other people. We're completely interrelated, And so if that's the case, and we've been fixated on ourselves instead of the quality of being connected to others, then there's a pretty good possibility we're miserable because we're essentially a muscle cramp. We're like a sentient muscle cramp that's become so embroiled in trying to make sure it's okay that it is disconnected from the circulatory system.
We're like a barnacle almost.
Yeah.
Like out of fear, out of something, we got so latched, and that's where we just have been calcifying, and the whole time this ocean's going on right on our backs.
Yes.
And we don't even fucking know.
That's it.
That all we're supposed to do is just let go and realize we're part of something so much bigger.
Yeah, that's it. I think Carl Jung that said that the collective shadow, the repressed aspects of a society get reflected in their leader, right? So if there's a lot of repression happening in a society, then you might get some kind of leader that is like a reflection of that repression. And so if we're living in a world where we've been taught, as a matter of survival, you got to be up in your fucking head.
Yeah.
You're waking up at 5 a.m. You're maybe driving an hour and a half through traffic to get to a job that doesn't really help anybody, and where you have to fake work, and maybe you even have to fake happiness. Like
right.
You might be in a public job, so you have to fake happiness, and then you maybe will have an 10 or 30 minutes to yourself every day, not including your sleep cycle. So collectively, that means that we've all probably been retreating up into our minds, because to try to be in your heart in that situation must be incredibly painful, right?
Yes, because then you would really be feeling it, and you would be given into that part of you that's like always like, I don't know if I'm having a lot of effect on the world, or if I'm really creating, farming myself the best.
That's it. And so the reckoning might be then collectively, if enough people have been repressing themselves emotionally and living in their heads as an order of survival because they've been put in an existentially untenable situation that is absurd, essentially, then the reckoning would be when suddenly there becomes no more thing to do like that. And now everyone has to go back and has to feel again, but collectively.
Wow.
So now we have the entire society has a kind of nervous breakdown. The entire society has a kind of meltdown. And what does that look like? What does that look like when suddenly humanity is forced to come to terms with something that seems really obvious?
Yeah.
Which is that a person's life is not meant for work.
Right. Wow. Man, I don't know if I could deny that feels like exactly where we are headed.
Yes. It's technology is forcing this, it seems like. And, slave owners used to say you got to keep these motherfuckers busy. Because if you don't, they're gonna run. They're gonna run. They were demented, monstrous people who were like fully aware of the human psyche, and they knew that if these human beings that they had captured were given any amount of free time, they would split. So
yeah,
people. So if I am wanting to control a society, and I'm wanting to harvest their energy, then the last thing I want is for them to have free time.
Right.